If you live in a 3-bedroom semi or something similar size and you have this type of system, and that's known as a Honeywell Y-plan, other manufacturers would call this a mid-position valve system. So the motor moves across from hot water to heating and back again, and which is fine, but it was only designed for 2 bedrooms and smaller systems. Never ever should that be fitted in a 3-bedroom or similar sized heating system. If that's your case, I would strongly suggest you call in an installer who's been on a factory course or Mr. Combi course and change it to this type of system known as Honeywell S-plan, or other manufacturers will call it a 2-zone heating system. One for hot water, one for heating. In this video, I'm going to show you how to change from this system to Nest. Nest produced 2 types, one for a Combi and one for these people. 2 zones, very smart, either with or without your phone or Wi-Fi, so you can control it from the planet, anywhere you like. So first of all, we've got some good news and bad news. So first of all, Quasimodo, the bell. Thank you. Right, I'm going to give you some hints and tips, and Quasi is going to give you a ring when one is coming up, because this is not easy by a long way. First of all, whoever tackles conversion of this, or even installing a Nest or any smart controls, should go to a factory course. Now, we here in Mr. Combi Training, everybody knows that on Thursday we do wiring and controls from these companies, and each person, if they've completed the course, which I make sure they do, receives a certificate of competence and attendance. So that means you can trust anybody with this certificate, or, as I said, if they've been to a factory course doing controls or any other companies that do smart controls, etc., they should have a certificate. If you're a customer, only use those people because you know that they've been trained. This is definitely not a DIY job by any stretch of the imagination. First of all, we're going to start off with the room thermostat. All 230-volt room stats need a wire going in, which is called common, 230 volts, the wire leaving it, which is called the switch live, 230 volts, and the neutral. And as we can see, that's missing. Therefore, this is going to go haywire. Sometimes it will switch on, sometimes it will not switch on, or it will go straight into overheat and your boiler will never switch off. It would quite simply be uncontrollable. So if you look at your room thermostat, take the cover off, and it's a 230 volt one, so make sure it has that neutral. It can be replaced by a digital stat, which has only got a common and switch live, but we're going to scrap this anyway for a super smart Nest. The other big mistake installers do is this, the blue wire. They use it for carrying voltage, which is a sackable offence, because obviously neutral all go together and there's no electricity on it, none. If they connect a blue with a brown or a yellow or even earth, all sorts of colours, this needs to be powered off and completely rewired. So look out for this, installers. Blue carrying voltage, and it's not been sleeved and it's not been marked. Somewhere here somebody should have written this blue comes from the room thermostat, for example, and it's carrying voltage, or it's not carrying voltage, whatever, but there should be a piece of paper here to show that it's been badly wired. But we're going to scrap this, this and this and move over to Nest. This is an example of a number 1 Nest that we were given a whole load of these by Nest themselves, which we appreciate because they give us amazing support. And as you can see here, there's a live and neutral, 2 more wires, and then 2 more wires. Normal spur, 3 amp fuse, single channel. So normally that orange and that grey would go down to the PCB, common and switch live, as we've seen. So they've all got one. And these two wires here, the yellow and black, go to here. And if we just pull that off, you can see yellow and black. They can't be crossed over. And that's it really, dead easy. Everybody that comes here gets the full works on this one, which is not difficult because it's such an easy and straightforward system. So one thing you need to look at, Quasi, the bell, location of this. Strictly not allowed in a hall or in a draft or overheat. So the lounge is the best place. Number two, not really a problem, but if you'd like, on the new 3rd generation, they make a tabletop stand. But you do need to plug it into the mains because there are no batteries in here, so it needs a power supply. But at least you can put it on the sideboard or dressing table or somewhere else that you can do, and you can unplug it from there and plug it here into the lounge and control it from there. And obviously always from your smartphone within the home or anywhere on the planet. That's why we like the Nest system. So when we go past the thermostat in the lounge or something, quite often it will just, as you can see, wake up, and we can need to turn it up. And here's a hot day in paradise. It's now the 2nd hottest day, and the boiler fires up beautifully, controlled either here or on your smart device. Turn it down, back down to 20, the boiler will switch off, and the boiler will then power down, and that saves an absolute fortune. So you can have it programmed during the week, Monday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, every day the same, differently. There's endless possibilities, and that's a really good way of saving money with a Combi boiler. Before we can begin to install this latest version of the Google Nest, we need to read the instructions. Now, they are a little bit on the thin side. There are no FAQs, frequently asked questions. There is no support in here at all. The pages that we want to look at for this Combi boiler and this single channel Nest is page 6, 10 and 20. But you still have to read the whole book to understand the whole system that it works, because we are mixing 230 volts and low voltage 12 volts, and that could be extremely dangerous. These things can quite easily blow up. So if you want to look at some videos on YouTube, be very careful, because I've seen a few of them which gives you the completely wrong answer, and the result is you just destroy it. And this is the expensive controls, as they all are, because they save a lot of money. So contact Google Nest support. We can do that here on the course on Thursday, because I've been specially trained by them to solve all of the problems that you might occur. So we don't have a problem here. So if you want to learn that, come here. So let's begin. So today is July the 19th, the hottest day in paradise, about 40 degrees. And guess what? We're going to switch on the central heating. So we've done the wiring. Because I've come up to it, it's woken up, as you can see. So now to test it, we're going to go right down to the end, go up into the 30s and see whether, as we expect, the boiler has fired up. And that's it, it's beautiful. Now, I haven't done it to the phone. I've just done the basic install here, because that's the important bit. When you first install it, the software here will actually guide you to put the day, the time, location, geofencing, etc. So it's not difficult. You just go from one, set it, press enter, go along, next one, set it, set it. So it's fairly straightforward, nothing too difficult. And installers, please pay attention to show the customers, because if it goes wrong, as I get on the radio and all over the place, customers complain about installers saying, there it is, I'm off. So please learn yourself how to program it and then teach your customer. And if they have a problem, you know how to help them out. So now we're here, we could just press it and we'll go back down to our 20 degrees. The boiler has clicked off, we save money. That concludes the single channel, and on the next video we're going to go through and do the 2 channel one, Honeywell S-Plan, or sometimes known by all the other manufacturers, 2 zones. One for hot water, one from heating, central heating, which is going to be brilliant. Thanks for watching.